guys, it's Lindy
and Jenny.
Welcome to our channel. It was weigh-in day yesterday and meeting was good. This is this week's. It's sunny again, so I don't know if you can see it. This doesn't interest me at all. Cajun shrimp saute, and we are not shrimp fans at all. We're not any kind of seafood. I want to love seafood, but I just can't.
It's funny because I actually crave lobster.
Yeah, so do I.
But hate how it tastes.
Yeah, I can't even get past the smell.
But I always crave it. Always.
My husband's family will murder me. Also, Nancy pointed something out at meeting is that this is pointed out at 3 points for green, 2 points for blue, and 2 points for purple. But where do those points come from? We have no idea, because the only thing that's used that would be points is olive oil, which is 4 teaspoons of olive oil, but it gives 4 servings. So that's really 1 teaspoon of olive oil, which would only be 1 point.
Yeah.
So the pointing doesn't really make sense on this. So make sure, even with these weeklies, to double check your recipes.
So what would you do? Just point it in yourself in your builder? Like build up a recipe?
Build a recipe. But I personally wouldn't use olive oil. I would just spray. I would use the spray and it would be 0 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
there's a lot of recipes or even like meals that well, I guess it's still a recipe, but that people put out and they say the different points. And then when I point it out myself, I'm either higher or lower. So
yeah,
I guess it's just depends on what the brand that you use.
Yeah, each brand is different. That's why I always say, get yourself comfortable with the recipe builder.
Yeah,
because it's the most important. I use it probably 10 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah. So I saw somebody on Connect put up, they had an old, looked like a little calculator.
Yeah.
I want one.
Well, I just saw one up on for sale.
I want to get one. I think that'd be neat.
Where did I see it? Garage sale, maybe.
Huh.
I'll check and see if I can find it. The topic was think outside the scale. So NSVs were our topic this week. So non-scale victories, which Jenny just learned what they were.
I did. And it's funny because I had one today. I'm not saying it on camera because it's kind of embarrassing, but I told my husband one, and he liked that I was telling him a non-scale victory, something that made me happy, that I could join him in me kind of celebrating something that's not just me losing weight. So it was kind of neat. Yeah.
So it says for the steps, by the way, now I want to know what the hell that was. Number 1 is identifying non-scale victories. So what are some things that you think are non-scale victories?
The biggest thing for me that I see is Lindy always gets me to do these pictures, before and after pictures, just to keep to myself.
Progress pictures.
Yeah, and they really do help, because if you see a difference in yourself, it really, well, for me anyways, I'm sure most people are like this, but if you see a difference in something that you've been working hard at, you're going to be pumped to do more, or push to do something more that's been working for you. So yeah,
I take progress pictures any day I'm feeling good, any day I'm feeling crappy, anytime I will take a progress picture. And I recommend everybody take these progress pictures, whether you've just started or whether you're at the end of your journey. There's something that helps so much, because you don't realize, and it's just like inches. You don't realize how many inches you're losing, even if your scale's not going down. Yeah. You might be dropping in somewhere other. But I highly recommend that when you take progress pictures, don't compare. I mean, you can if you want, but this is what I do. Don't compare your picture now to the last progress picture you took. Always compare your progress picture to the first one you ever took.
Because then you're really seeing the difference.
Yeah, and you're seeing where you came from.
Because I actually did that this week. My progress picture, I put it in from last week, because I just wanted to see the difference. And I was like, I mean, I can see a bit of a difference, but not that huge.
But if you look back to your first.
Yeah, so I'll have to rechange it to do. It's also kind of like a little mini, brag, like you're bragging to yourself how good you're doing.
If I'm having a crappy day, I will do a comparison photo and share it, because I know that I will get feedback from people, and it will build me back up.
Yeah, you do, because you really do get a really good feedback.
And I remember when I first started doing these videos, I did a Q&A, and Tara asked me, there was one question, Tara's question always sticks out, was, how do you stay motivated to keep going? Because that, honestly, that's a story for all, and I am definitely somebody that always will throw in the towel when it comes to weight loss.
You'll need a push halfway through, quarter way through, whatever.
And it's, as corny as it sounds, Connect or my meetings are what keeps me going, or the people on my Facebook group. Because if I share a progress picture or any kind of NSV, or how I'm, even if you share how crappy you're feeling, the motivation that you get from people, it's so
and
good.
I can see that now. Like, I couldn't see it before. I was
Jenny would always say, you're sharing so much, you always are videotaping everything, but I had to.
Well, it helps you, but like, I can see now, because like, I can't post pictures on my Connect.
I can't wait for the day you can post pictures.
I know. Now then you'll start complaining.
No, I won't. I want more pictures.
But yeah, even just putting up something like what you did, the newbie challenge, like on it, like getting just people welcoming me into the group. What?
Which didn't last very long.
Didn't. But I joined, and I got welcomed in just by doing that, just by posting up saying I'm new to this, and just explaining my situation and why I wanted to do it, or what was pushing me, and like, there's good feedback. Almost everything there's always good feedback on.
There is. There's never, and that's the one thing that I like about Connect, and I feel bad sometimes because Connect is, and I've said this from when I first started, was I walked into the meeting and everybody was for everything, no matter what it was. You walked your dog that day?
Did you think it was annoying at first?
I thought it was the corniest thing I've ever seen in my life. But now I need that corniness.
You like it,
Yeah, you have to have it. And that's how Connect is. No matter what you say on Connect, you will get praise for everything. And if there's a negative comment, you watch out. Because trust me, Connect is like a gang. We will gang up on you.
It's kind of like kindergarten,
I feel bad.
It's kind of like kindergarten.
It is,
when you're in kindergarten, the teacher praises you for everything, even if you've just done like 1 + 1. Like, it's a step of getting to your next step in the journey.
It is.
And Connect is the same thing. Even just posting something is you putting yourself out there. So it's the first step to getting to the better
that's
you.
the one thing I always say whenever anybody ever says, what am I doing wrong, or how can I improve? And the first thing I always say is, you posting is you improving. Because you're holding yourself accountable by posting.
Yep, I agree.
And I wanted to go back on this because I wanted to say about people ganging up. I feel bad because as much as I love that, I know that...
You're gonna gang up on me?
No, if anything ever is bad said to somebody, Connect, it's like a mob. I remember when I first started, there was somebody that posted a picture of their dog, and somebody said, this has nothing to do with your weight loss journey. Why are you posting it? And everybody, I think about a week straight, started posting up pictures of their animals. And it took over Connect.
Yeah.
And it was like, but at the same time, it was great to see that support for that person. But at the same time, on the other hand, I also felt bad because, and this is where I want to give a shout out to Crystal, because me and Crystal kind of, we discussed some things, how wording things can be kind of make other people feel differently, but that other person doesn't mean it that way.
Yeah.
And people did gang up on Crystal, and I kept mentioning, I do not want bad things said to Crystal, because there is, at the same time, the other person that might have made a bad comment is on their own journey. And they might not be fully happy with themselves to get to that point where they're walking your dog, you know?
Yeah, not at the point yet.
Yeah, so we can't, that's ruining somebody's journey. And I'm so glad that Crystal did not leave WW, because I did not, and that was the one thing I said was, I don't want my comment of just explaining how I felt to ruin somebody else's journey. Yeah. So I'm glad that Crystal stayed, because Crystal, you actually are a very big motivation for a lot of people, and you saw that in your post. So identifying non-scale victories was identifying what they actually are. So taking your measurements, seeing how you feel
Which
in
I
clothes.
want to do. Measurements I want to do.
You haven't done it from the
I
start?
have not done
Then
the
keep
measurements from
doing
the start.
it.
No, yeah, so I want to do it.
Well, there's a measuring tape in my other room. And another one was actually Mike mentioned it in our meeting, which I'm so happy to see more men joining our meetings. I love seeing men joining them.
And there's quite a bit I was shocked actually on Connect that I'm seeing. I was
love
shocked at
the
how
men
many.
motivate me. Not that the women don't motivate me, but the men motivate me because I always my husband is one. I'm just gonna go eat a bag of chips.
Yeah,
Who cares?
and then they're
Or I'm gonna
fine.
yeah, and they don't care. They don't care. These men care. These men are putting themselves out there and caring. So that's why I like seeing the men more than anything. So
Yeah.
Julian, I'm calling out Julian because Julian was in our meeting. I don't even know. He fell off the face of the earth. I don't know where he's gone. But he lost, like, I swear it was like 60 pounds.
Wow.
Oh, like within 3 months. It was insane.
Wow.
He lost so much. But Julian, we're missing you at meeting. Everybody keeps asking about you. Another, Mike mentioned, tracking is another non-scale victory. Because you're staying on program
So
by
then
tracking.
I have another one then because I'm almost at my 30 days. 30
yeah.
days of blue dots.
She's in the blue fury.
I'm not joining the challenge. I'm just doing it on my own.
Yeah, you're doing it.
I guess
It's
it
great.
is the same.
Yeah.
But I think I should check what
You
I'm
need to
at.
start hashtagging blue dot.
I guess I should see what I'm at because I was pretty close the other day when I checked. So I might be at the 30. Maybe I'm over.
Oh, that's a huge NSV.
There you go. And you know what? I wasn't looking at it as those are ones because I was just looking at as like certain things that I see, not just...
Okay, if you stopped tracking today, if you did not track your food, would you actually know?
No, I think I would be awful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why it's an NSV.
Okay, I'm good.
So down to the second step is consider the impact. If you didn't track, you'd be off track. Right?
Yeah.
If you didn't take those progress pictures, you'd still feel like shit when you woke up the next day.
Yeah, I would for sure. How do I see it again?
So number 3 is enjoy your successes. So are we enjoying 30 days?
Yes.
And we're enjoying how we feel by seeing our progress pictures.
Yeah, I'm enjoying seeing the changes. I'm enjoying seeing the weight, no matter how big or how small it is, come off of me. And it's funny because, okay, let's go into our weight loss.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this is leading us into our weigh-ins.
Okay, so I was down 0.4. Yay, it was 0.4. And okay, so I'm mixed emotions about this because, yay, I got a loss.
Yeah.
But boo, it was only 0.4. And
No, not boo.
I know.
And it's not only. Lose that word. It's 0.4.
I know. So, okay, well, that's the thing. I'm not at that point yet in my journey to say...
You are now.
To get this only off of here. But the 0.4, to me right now, my husband is not following the plan with me, but he's changing things in his habits. He still eats Mr. Noodles and eats the junk, and then he's been doing these exercises that we've been doing, so that's a change for him, but he's not doing the walking and not watching everything that he eats and not putting as much effort in as I've been putting in. And he lost 3 pounds. Yay, Ira, but like where's my 3
We just
pounds?
say boo, Ira.
So I'm mixed emotions just because I'm excited for myself. I went down, and that brings me to a total on Weight Watchers of losing 3 pounds. Mm-hmm. So it brings me down to a final total of 3 right now, which is awesome. I got to color another square in.
There you go.
But it just, to me, it kind of got me in a mood. It kind of got me feeling like, how come he can lose this weight and I've been putting all this effort into it and I'm losing the 0.4. But at the same time, so this is kind of how I got on it, was when last week I had lost, I think it was 1.2. Yeah. It was last week. I couldn't see it on myself. Mm-hmm. But this week, the 0.4, mm-hmm. and this goes along with the non-scale victory that I got, mm-hmm. I could see it. I can see my stomach is smaller. I could see it when I was looking in the mirror myself. I could see the difference. And last week, I don't feel like I could see it.
Yeah.
So even though I had lost more last week, I could see it more this week with the 0.4 being lost. So, yay, I lost 0.4.
So Jenny messaged me after she weighed in and explained her frustration to me, which I gave her a quick backhand. Because
Not really,
0.4
though.
is amazing.
Not really. I have to say, you were there. You were on the same lines as me, same thinking way of me.
Yeah.
But also understanding in a different way also.
Yeah. So what my understanding is, and Bill, you'll get a shout out again here. Bill came to me when I first started my journey and said, the reason that I was drawn to you was there's so many people on Connect that will post, oh my God, woe is me, 0.4,
Yeah.
like feeling like crap because they didn't lose a lot. And then he said, and there's Lindy so happy about losing 0.5.
Yeah.
Because you need to look at it this way.
Because it's true. Every week you were like, yay, I lost 0.5 or yay, I lost 0.2. And
you're still losing.
But even me, I was thinking, really? That's all that you lost? And like you're so excited about it? But yeah, when you're on the journey and you're in a different mindset of it, you really look at it differently. And I know I still looked at it differently this week, but I just need to remember to stop comparing myself to other people and just focus on me.
Everybody loses in a different way.
Yeah.
And the thing
men
is,
are quicker at losing.
They are. And the thing is that if you lost 0.5 every single week, that's 25 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 25 pounds in a year.
Yeah.
That's nothing to say boo about.
Yeah. It
right?
adds up.
Yeah.
It adds up.
So, and that's anytime somebody ever talks about I'm not losing enough. I can't handle reading messages of people saying, I can't believe I only lost this. You lost that.
Yeah, you worked to get that loss.
Yeah, you did not. Don't
and I
downgrade
did work.
what you did.
I worked hard this week to get that 0.4. I did all these damn exercises you've been getting me to do.
Yeah,
Izzy's
so
getting
remember
me to
that,
do these bootylicious exercises.
But remember that you're doing more exercises now,
Yeah.
so that also might be water retention.
Well, that's the thing. That was the next thing I was going to ask was, or could it be muscle gain? Like, could I be gaining muscle and maybe that's why? I don't know.
Muscle, as much as people say, I'm sorry, but I will argue this until I'm blue in the face, muscle and fat weigh the same amount. Whether it's 2 pounds muscle and 2 pounds fat, it's 2 pounds, but it takes up more space.
Well, yeah, and I did see a diagram. I should find where, I think it might have been on Connect. Somebody posted up a picture, and I think it was like a picture of golf balls and on a plate, and then a picture of, I'm trying to think what it was. It was something that was heavy, but in small form.
Yeah.
So like, say, little pebbles, right?
Yeah.
But a huge mound of them.
Yeah.
But those plates both weighed the same amount.
Yeah.
So the little pebbles were to represent your fat.
Yeah.
The golf balls were to represent, I think they were representing muscles. I think that's what they were comparing it to. So it was showing to lose that fat, it takes a lot more time because it's more in form as opposed to how the muscle is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was kind of like an eye-opener seeing that because it is true. Yeah, it's hard to lose weight. You got to put a lot more effort in to losing that weight as opposed to losing like the muscles that you've gained type thing. Yeah. Or gaining the muscle.
Well, and that's something that I remember from watching that. Do you remember that documentary a few years ago that came out called Super Size Me? And I remember them saying, like, I always think of this whenever I think of muscle and fat, was how fast it took him to gain that weight over that period of time that he did the documentary. Yeah. And it takes, I think it was like triple the amount
to lose it. Yeah. Yeah.
I just lost my train of thought. I have no idea what I was going to say.
Why don't we go into our finds?
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. So, the biggest thing that a lot of people say while on this journey is you cannot look at this as a diet. You have to look at it as a lifestyle. Do you feel that you are at that point yet?
Yeah, 100%.
Or are you still making changes to it?
The way that I see that it is, I'm at the point where it's not a diet for me, and I recognize that it's not a diet for me, is because certain people will say, oh, well, can you eat this while being on the diet? And my response every time is, I can eat everything. I just have to make sure that I have the points for it. And if I don't have the points for it, then I work it out.
There was actually a discussion about this on, I think it was, somebody posted it, I might be wrong, on the WW Gays Facebook page.
Okay.
Somebody posted about that somebody had said this to them, or how can you be eating this or whatnot, and they got mad. And it's funny because at the exact same time that they had posted that, Jen had messaged me. And Jen, I know I always jump all over you anytime that we ever talk about this, but Jen had messaged and said we never get to go out for breakfast anymore, and I think it's because I always think, well, she can't eat this, or I don't want to be the reason why she would have a downward spiral if I take her to a place, which I understand that there's people in our lives that are being considerate of what we eat, which I understand.
Which is nice.
So I feel bad when I have to say this, but this lifestyle, it's not a diet, we're changing our lifestyle, so that's up to us to make that decision whether that food we can eat, or what food at this restaurant we should or shouldn't eat. That's up to us to make that decision. Or if we know we're going to somebody's house that will not have food that we're going to be happy about the points, we will bring our own food. So, and that's my biggest struggle, because I don't want to come off like I'm a bitch yelling at somebody saying, stop talking about what I can eat. Yeah, but we can eat whatever the hell we want. And if we make that choice of eating fast food or junky food that's not good in points, we have weeklies.
That's your choice,
Or even if you went over in the mind, so what? Tomorrow's a new day.
Well, it kind of goes to our double date. Me and Lindy went out. We went to, where did we go?
Chuck's. So you were up,
Chuck's Roadhouse.
You were down 0.4.
I was down 0.4.
I was up 2.3. I'm blaming this on Jenny.
It's not my...
No, I'm blaming this on Ira.
This is your choice for picking what you picked. You just said it. It was your choice. You have weeklies. So listen, I got a gigantic plate of nachos. It was amazing. I enjoyed every bit of it. And
I enjoyed my dinner too.
Oh, here's what is it called? NSV?
Yeah.
I didn't get guacamole because I knew it would be more points. And all I wanted was that guacamole. But I was like, nope, I know it's going to be points.
I actually didn't too. That meal was fine. We skipped dessert. We did not do dessert. I had a quesadilla, which is delicious. If anybody goes to Chuck's Roadhouse, their quesadillas are amazing.
Yeah, they're good.
And we skipped dessert, but...
And we smuggled good food into the movies.
Yeah, I'm glad we were sitting on opposite ends of the theater. I made Austin go out in the middle of the movies and get me a bag of popcorn and a pop.
You cheater! I brought my Built Bar. I
brought my Built Bar and I brought those gummies too.
Yeah, and the gummies. Yeah, we ate them. And Ira sat beside me, had a big, gigantic bag of popcorn, and I didn't touch any of them. There's another non-scale victory.
I didn't have any non-scale victories this week. Let's just say that. I ate that whole damn bag of popcorn. I ate those gummies, which I actually have come to the conclusion I don't like them. The texture is not good for me.
Really?
No, it was like chalk.
I like them.
It was like chalk to me. I didn't like them. I didn't eat my Built Bar because I was eating the popcorn and eating those gummies, and I'm like, and I swear I only ate the gummies because I thought I brought these snacks that are lower in points. But I ate the whole damn bag of popcorn. So,
well, I stayed with my Built Bar and I stayed with my gummies.
Oh, and I had a pop.
And by the way, I don't like the lemon Built Bars anymore. They have
you got a whole box
the worst. I know, Dad's been eating them. They have the worst aftertaste. Like when you first start eating them, it's like you're eating like a lemon meringue pie, but no, afterwards.
Sandra eats an orange every morning for breakfast. And she eats it.
Lemon bathroom cleaner.
Oh, it's gross. I don't like it at all. The orange and lemon are the worst.
I thought I liked them.
So not only did I do that at the movies, But the next morning, me and Julia, okay, I'm
Oh,
blaming
yeah.
this on Julia.
I am
we
mad about
stood in a
this.
line for an hour for donuts at Crave Donuts.
Oh my
Crave
God.
Donuts and Whippy. You guys are donut eaters.
I'm
No,
glad
I
you didn't
won't.
go there before.
I got 7 donuts and cut every single one in half.
Did you
I
eat them
tried-
all? That was my question.
I tried one of every single one.
So
I
how
cut
many
them in
points
half.
is one?
I don't even know.
You didn't track it? I wanted to know
One
what they were
donut, I
tracked.
think, is like 18 points.
Wow. Okay, so you cut them all. So did one...
So 18 times 6.
Oh, man.
I had 7 donuts and I cut them all in half. There was only one of those donuts I did not like and couldn't eat. And that was the raspberry white chocolate because it was way too lemony.
Huh.
And it was a cake donut. I don't like cake donuts.
I won't be going there. We'll just say that.
I think it will be
If
a
I
very
went there,
long
I'd be
time
so
from now.
tempted. Oh,
Julie, I'm sorry. I'm turning you down the next time you
not
want
to
go.
mention, I don't think I'd want to wait in those lines anyways, just for
An
18
hour.
point donut.
It was wrapped around the entire
That
plaza.
is crazy.
It was crazy. But if anybody wants to support a local business, Crave Donuts and Whippy.
They look amazing.
They are amazing.
I'm just not trying them.
Just don't get the raspberry white chocolate. Okay, new finds.
Okay, I found one. I don't have it with me, but I found one at Costco. I've been taking my phone and taking pictures of everything that whenever I'm out now.
Do you
I
scan the entire grocery store? Because I do.
No, I don't go to that extreme. So, okay, so they're called the Cello.
What's different than scanning opposed to taking pictures?
Because I can just click and go. You stand there. So they're the Cello Parmesan cheese crisps, which they call wisps.
Okay.
You can have 15 of them for 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
And they almost, to me, they look like, again, I haven't bought them, so I don't know for sure. But from the picture on the package, they look almost like like the mini rice cakes, but more.
They look like just flat Parmesan cheese.
Yeah,
don't they?
exactly. So I'm thinking these could be good for like if you have a soup and you want a little
Top
bit of
of
cheese
chili.
on top or something, you know?
Top of chili.
Yeah, put a cup. They're 15 for 2 points. You'd probably only put 3 on a bowl.
So it would be nothing.
You know? Yeah. Or if you want to eat them like the rice cakes, whatever, you get 15 as your chips, you know?
How
For 2
much
points.
was the bag at Costco?
Let's see if I got it in the picture.
Because the actual
No, I didn't.
the smaller bag.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, that's a pretty big bag.
Yeah,
2
so
kilograms, I think.
I
it
don't
was.
know if you guys can see this, but that's the bag of it. So they kind of look like rice cakes.
Yeah.
You know, like little mini ones.
The smaller bag is actually on sale on Amazon right now. I think for $4, but I don't know what the size compared to Costco is, and I don't know what
Yeah.
the price is. So I
It
don't know.
actually didn't look like that big of a bag, to be honest with you. Let's see if I got the size in the picture.
It looks like
It's
2
a
kilograms.
269.
Oh,
no, 3. Is it? I don't know. I can't really see it. I didn't
Okay.
take a good picture. But it wasn't like a gigantic bag. I think it was just like, you know, like when you buy those flat pretzels.
yeah.
It's the same size bag as those.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not that bad. But so if you've tried them, let us know how they are because I'm gonna buy them this week and see how they are. Test them out and see.
Pretty sure the wisps are keto too.
Oh yeah? Huh.
I think so. What else do you have?
Another find, it was more of a tip, was it was for, when you go to Timmy's. I'm talking about Timmy's a lot. Like I don't
Yeah.
really go there a lot, but when we
What you do when you go up north?
when we
you
go
stop
up
there?
north, we do stop for a tea or whatever, and sometimes we'll go in and have something to eat. So I've been wanting to look to see more ideas, and one of
You
my
want ideas? I got an entire menu pointed out.
some of my one of my shout outs, she posted up that one of those new egg whites, it's an egg white and spinach bite.
I've heard a lot about these bites.
They're only 1 point for one of them.
I'm very picky about my egg texture, so
Not
I
sure
haven't
how it
gotten
would
them. I
be,
don't know
yeah.
how I'll be.
Yeah, but for one bite.
A lot of people like
That's a
them though.
yeah, that's a quick thing. And if you get an English muffin toasted with just a little bit of butter on it, it's only 3 points. So you could do that with the egg bite. That's only a 4-point breakfast sandwich. So that's not bad.
How
when
many
you
egg bites do
eat
you get in
something.
an order? Do you know?
I don't know. I've never ordered them.
Because they're just small.
Tiny, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, my other
Who's the girl? What's her name?
girl, she is Kimberly Ginther.
Okay.
She has a lot of good recipes
Yep.
up on Connect. I got a chocolate cake recipe from her, which I was supposed to make today, but I didn't end up making it. I've been
what the
craving
hell?
chocolate cake, so I'm going to try this recipe. It's with...
Chocolate cake will never suffice a craving because it's always dry and it will never be like how you expect it to
so
be.
that's why I wanted to try this one that she was making. It's made with a chocolate cake mix, a can of pumpkin puree, and then the pumpkin pie spice.
That's it.
Well, yeah, that's it. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. But then I got thinking, actually, you pointed out to me, is it sugar-free or not? She didn't put that up there. So
Well, she's on Connect, right?
she's on Connect. I
So it
messaged
would
her,
be
but
in
she
Canada.
hasn't gotten back to me yet.
It's
so.
in Canada, and I don't know if you can find sugar-free.
Oh,
cake mixes
that's a
in
good
Canada.
point. Yeah, so maybe not. So yeah.
I don't know. I might be wrong.
So if it is, then it's a regular chocolate cake mix, 15-ounce can.
I mean,
of
you
pumpkin
can get
puree.
them and bring them to Canada.
Yeah,
anyways,
and
but-
you just whip the pumpkin puree and the pumpkin pie spice together, and I guess it kind of goes like the texture of egg whites when you
Yeah.
whip it, and then you mix it in with your cake mix. That's it. No eggs, no nothing. Just that's it. And then she did it in a bunt form,
Yeah.
can, and she got 12 slices, and one slice was 5 points.
Which isn't bad for cake if
No.
you consider how much cake
Not at
would
all.
be.
And that's something that people could bring to like a potluck or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's another idea for like
What
when you
are-
have parties or whatever.
what are
This
these
was
things
another
over here?
find, which I got. I actually found it on Weight Watchers online.
Weight Watchers recipes
it was
only.
it was on Facebook. So I don't know if all of her ingredients were in from whatever Canada, but these are cookies. They're calling them cookies. They're more like an oat, kind of like an oatmeal bar form, but just shaped like a cookie. So it's made with 2 mashed bananas, 1.5 cups of oats, a 1/3 cup of the PB2. Is that what it was? PB2? What's the texture like?
The dry PB2, right?
Yeah, the dry. And then a 1/4 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And we got 20 cookies out of it, and it's 1 point per cookie. So this could be something that...
These are really good.
This could be something that, would get a craving on.
It's more oaty than anything. It's not like a cookie texture, but it's dense. Like, it's good.
It tastes very similar to a chocolate chip banana bread.
Yeah. Those are really good.
And my one tip...
And they're bigger than I thought they were going to
Yeah. My one tip for making these is mash your bananas frozen, because once they warmed up, they got really sticky, mixing it and forming the balls. So if you do it frozen, it'll be a lot easier to form. Yeah, these are a good one.
My find, which I've shared on Connect, was I got the obesity code. Anybody that was interested in the intermittent fasting, Jason Fung, I believe that's how it's pronounced. This is a doctor that was recommended to me he also has a YouTube channel where he does a lot of talks on this. So I'm going to check out the YouTube channel, and I just got this yesterday, so I'm going to start reading this. So this was my find. It was on sale. I believe it was 27% off on Amazon, and there's also a free audiobook version if anybody just wanted to listen to it.
So does that gives ideas or like helpful tips on doing the fasting?
This breaks down the science behind it and how it can help. He also has another one called the diabetes code, I think it's called.
Okay.
So I'm really excited to read that. Couple reminders I had was about the WW Gays are coming on the 29th, so not this weekend, but the following Saturday in Ajax. They will be there for the 3 morning meetings, which will be, I believe it's 8, 9:30, and 9:15 and 10:30, I think it is. And then after that, we're going to all meet at the Swiss Chalet on Bailey, which is just across the street, for noon, and the guys are going to join us for lunch. So if anybody wants to come for lunch, talk more with them after they do their presentations, we'll be meeting at Swiss Chalet. I do have a reservation booked for 20. I think right now we're at 10. So if anybody wants to join, let me know so I can make sure our reservation count is good. So February 29th at noon at Swiss Chalet on Bailey and Ajax. We're going. And the ab challenge. How are you finding it?
It's getting hard. It's getting hard. I haven't done my todays.
I want to ask you guys something. Since I've started this ab challenge, I feel bloated.
Really?
Extremely bloated every day.
I don't.
I don't know what it's
I
from.
don't know.
Yesterday was... I'm blaming the ab challenge for my 2.3 gain.
That's what we'll put it at.
Okay, shout outs. I'm going to give my shout out to _Polly57. I just wanted to, not really shout out, but I just wanted to send my condolences because if anybody has been following Polly, I don't know if your name is Polly. I don't know, but that's your handle. Her husband just passed away, and
that's sad.
The strength that I'm seeing in her and sharing what she's going through, a lot of people don't. A lot of people close up and don't share any of this.
Yeah.
And she is sharing everything. She shared while he was in the hospital that she had to go home and had the time to herself. And it was just, as sad as it was to read, it was really nice to see that she was still confiding and connect, to see that they could still build her up. So Polly, I just want to send my condolences. I'm so sorry for your loss. I am very happy to see how strong you are being, though, through this. Another one is Caitlin Shoemaker. This is a new YouTube channel that I found. She shares recipe videos for vegan recipes, and some of her recipes are amazing. I think I sent you... I'm pretty sure those oatmeal recipes were from her.
Oh, okay.
So that was some of them. Jenny, you had Kimberly, you've already called out.
Kimberly was, who shared the recipe for these cookies and for the chocolate cake mix. Or no, sorry, just for the chocolate cake was for Kimberly Ginther.
Yeah.
And then wildfire.wilson. Her weight loss is amazing. Like, her transformation pictures are unbelievable.
Yeah.
She hasn't been on Weight Watchers for long, and she's been showing the transformation pictures, and I was shocked at how much she's lost and how much she's changed within, not changing how she is, but just changing her looks, just by the amount that she's lost within the short amount of time that she's been on Connect. It's amazing seeing, and it really like pushes people, you know, like seeing that you can do this. It's not going to take years and years. It really is amazing, yeah.
Although I feel like it's taking years and years. So my total, you've already shared yours, is you're at...
I'm at 3 pounds.
So I was plus 2.3. That means I have to take money out of my savings.
Uh-oh. You're going to lose that penny.
$2.30. No, that penny's staying in there. So I didn't get my points in my thing. I was 17.1 last week, so now I'm... You're getting math here for me. 14.9? Is that right? I think 14.9.
What is it?
I will get it back.
What was it? 17?
17.1 minus 2.3.
14.8.
14.8.
That's awesome. That's good.
So that's where we're at. My week was delicious, even though it was crap on the scale. But this week will be better. I felt so bloated yesterday, awful all day long. Today I actually woke up feeling lighter and feeling so much more like rejuvenated, I guess we can say.
A new start to a new week.
A new me. No donuts. All right. Well, I hope you guys all have a great week. I hope you guys like our video. Please give a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And also, even though you're subscribed, make sure you do turn on your notifications. There is a bell button. Tap that and switch it to all so that you're notified anytime we are posting new videos. I do have another recipe video to post. I'm still trying to go through my recipes to post so that we have one recipe and our weeklies every week. So stay tuned for those. But I hope you guys like this video. Have a great week. And as always, our handles are at the bottom. Stitch and Lindy on Connect.
Jenny Lynn Weir.
And Stitch and Lindy's Weight Loss Journey on Facebook. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
This nonsense again. We need a better button.